Hi, I'm Celeste and welcome to Find Your Purple. I decided today to go ahead and tape two videos since there were two things that I wanted to talk about. And you'd think I'd pick a better day with makeup and stuff, but anyway, one of the things about doing the videos is sometimes I feel like I've got to wait till I have makeup on, which I'm trying to get around that a little bit, get over it. So anyway, I started the year with, this is the third year our church, that I participated in our church 21-day prayer fast. And you can fast in any way you want. Fast one meal, fast water, fast juice, and it's done worldwide. It's not just our church. I had never done it before, I'd never heard about it before, but I love starting the year that way. And so I didn't know if I was going to commit to 21 days or if I was going to commit to 40 days. And one of the things that jumped out at me when I read the Bible last year was it's better to not commit and not do something than it is to commit and not do it. So I'm getting really careful on what I commit to, because if I commit to something, I'm going to do it. And so I waited till I got to the 21 days, which might have been cheating a little, but I wanted to see, could I continue? Now what I've done is a Daniel fast, which is basically a vegan diet, so no meat, dairy, eggs, that kind of thing. And then also no caffeine, no alcohol, and no grain. Now, so for me, the part that's been harder is no grain. But I got to 21 days and I knew I could go 40. And the fact that it's getting harder, and the grain especially, not having any kind of bread or pasta or rice, you know, if I could even have one of those, life would be easier. But the fact it is a little more difficult to me is making it more meaningful. When it's easy, then it's not as meaningful. And I'm also giving up TV, which that one's getting a little bit hard. But what I also came across, and I mentioned it the other day, was an internet group that was doing this book called Give Me 40 Days for Healing. And it's giving God 40 days. And in this one, it's for healing. It's by Freeda Bowers. I think she's done another one, like Give God 40, that was about more general. But the one this group picked to do because of healing crisis was the 40 days for healing. Now, I'm not in a healing crisis per se, but I feel it's good to focus on healing of all types, of all spiritual, emotional, life, relationships, whatever. And it just was tying into the 40 days prayer fast that I joined the group. And today I'm on day 29 in my prayer fast, but on this one we're on day 15. So we're getting there. And the subject this one was Your Life is in Your Mouth. And it was the power of the tongue, which if you read the Bible is very common. It's brought up pretty strongly that your tongue can get you in a lot of trouble. But for healing too, it talked about you can talk about your illness all the time and really make your illness work, or you can talk about good faith all the time without being in denial, but good faith. So one of the exercises it has you do for today was to write down wrong confessions that you've been speaking about yourselves, and then list words of truth from the Word of God to change your confession. But what that took me to is when I started writing down the good things, I changed it because I'm doing journaling now, which again I fell out of when I got out of the worship walk. I also quit journaling. So I started journaling again with January 1. And what I did was write a reference letter from God. And strangely, it was very powerful because I started in this exercise to write it, you know, about me. I am this and I am that and I am that. But when I went to put it in the journal, I kind of was like, I wasn't getting all the power from it. And I just thought, what would God write about me? And so I started it with Celeste is ... And talk about Celeste is gentle, Celeste is kind, Celeste is compassionate, Celeste is healthy, Celeste is loving. And I start just writing down what God would say about me, or what I would want God to say about me, about my talents, about my strengths, where I think I tend to sometimes think about my weaknesses or what's not working. And I found it really, really powerful. So I thought I would share that with you, that why don't you write yourself a reference from God? Again, if you don't feel He'd say it now, write what He would say about the person He made you to be, what the plan He has for you. And then read it to yourself. I don't know if it's an automatic writing thing. I don't know what, but writing it from that perspective allowed me to really, really write some meaningful stuff about myself. And I just thought I'd share it. It's a very easy exercise and a worthwhile one for me anyway. So that's it for today. As always, grab your cup of tea, sit back, and let's start sharing. Until next time, bye-bye.